Well, we got a couple rounds of storms,
Right.
unfortunately. Well, just some heavy thunder, lightning, all kinds of stuff.
Dangerous lightning, heavy rainfall for a brief period of time. The atmosphere, as we talked about earlier, is really quite moist at this point. And when it rains, it pours, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Tropical rain around. And we also had some beautiful shots that we always do when we get a few evening showers and storms around. This is from our tower cam. We'll take you through time here for an hour or so. As you can see, those storms moving quickly off into the Gulf. And then the sun, just a little glimpse of the sun there setting just over 8 o'clock. And I'll tell you what, photos, they have been coming in. I'm not going to be able to get to them all, but you can go to our website at mysuncoast.com and click on the photos section there. This from Terry showing what appears to be some funnel clouds forming. And we had a couple of those folks sending pictures in, some pretty impressive, looks like gust front here with Val getting this as it moves over the Ringling Bridge. And there were some gusty winds at times. This a beautiful shot from Siesta Key. The lightning is on the right-hand side as the storm was out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's from Siesta. And then finally, as all the storms were winding down, Cindy, who's been taking a lot of shots across the Sun Coast, getting that a beauty from Siesta Key. The good news is all the rain over for now. It'll be back tomorrow afternoon, and it looks as though we'll still see a pretty strong east wind with this high pressure at the surface anyway, east to southeasterly wind. There's an upper level low which is spinning across the Bahamas, but I still think a pretty good chance for those scattered late day showers and a few thunderstorms. And the bulk of that rain will be right near the coast because that sea breeze won't have a chance to get too far inland throughout the late and mid-afternoon. Now, as far as the tropical satellite goes, the tropical moisture that had been around Louisiana causing up to 30 inches of rainfall last week, ending on Sunday, is looking a little bit better tonight. Still some showers there, and it looks as though we're looking at generally fair skies clearing over much of the peninsula here in Florida. That's what we have at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport at 79 degrees, and the dew point is at 74. We have a northeast wind at 5, and the pressure fairly high, 30-11, and that is holding steady. The high today was record-breaking, at least record-tying, 96 degrees, and that was set and tied back in 1990. Our normal high temperature at 90 degrees, and as far as rainfall goes at the airport, we had just under 4/10 of an inch of rain at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, still below average for the month, but some areas well above it, especially inland. 81 degrees in Orlando now, 84 in Miami, and the same in Key West. Temperatures generally in the upper 70s to low 80s, even some mid-80s. Sebring at 84 degrees and Punta Gorda at 80 degrees. Well, this is the front that kind of absorbed that low pressure area which had been stagnant over Louisiana, producing all that rainfall. And as that continues to move to the southeast, it will dissipate. Elsewhere in the tropics, it looks like we'll have Fiona within a day or two as conditions are becoming more favorable for this to develop. And if it were to develop, more than likely, it would head off to the open waters of the Atlantic. But we'll have to watch it nonetheless as it moves off to the west right now and eventually tracks, we think, into the central Atlantic. At least most of the models are pretty consistent with that. There are a couple of strong tropical waves coming off the coast of Africa, however, that have a much better chance of developing, I think, in the next week or two. As far as the water vapor imagery goes, some very dry air. There's some upper level low right there spinning. And with that big area of dry air moving toward the Caribbean, it should be beautiful weather on in through the Bahamas and through the Caribbean. So if you have a cruise plan there, things looking pretty good. No tropical threat of any kind expected over the next few days, at least there. As far as the forecast model goes tomorrow, not as many storms around it appears, but this particular model, there'll be a few up until about 9 o'clock, and then more showers and storms moving in on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. For boaters, tomorrow looks pretty good. Seas running less than 2 feet, a light chop out there. Water temperature still warm, 87 degrees, and the UV index will be high. We'll have generally fair skies throughout much of the day. High tide at 104, and sunrise will be at 7:02. Scattered storms tonight, winding down in the Gulf, and then the rain chance at 60% tomorrow for coastal locations, a little less inland. And then the rain chance staying high on Wednesday. Thursday, still pretty good bet for those storms in the afternoon. Temperatures just slightly cooler by then.